Hey there! Today I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite tools, and that is the Hera Marker. I love the Hera Marker because I am terrible at drawing straight lines. It gets all like, if I trust my own judgment on the situation, things get wonky real quick. So, the Hera Marker. When I started out quilting, I've tried chalks and different quilt marking utensils, I guess. And I did not like any of them. One, I just felt like the chalk was really messy and didn't get me the straight line that I wanted. I wanted it to be very clear because when I was quilting, I just didn't want to think about that. But most importantly, I just could never get it to come off. I really struggled getting chalk to come off my quilt, and that's not cool. I don't want lines on my quilts. So I was introduced to the Hera Marker, and I don't know if you can see here, but it was like, I think $6. It's this little, unfortunately plastic, but listen, you won't be wasting a bunch of other stuff. One-time purchase, and you get to use it a ton, and it has this little pointy side to it. It has like this blade. I mean, it's not, you're not gonna get hurt on it. But this is the side that you use to mark your lines. And what I do is I get a ruler out, one of the clear acrylic rulers, and I just mark the way I want the lines to look. So this is a game changer because it just disappears. Like, you get to quilt it, and it stays on forever. Like, I hand quilt, and so sometimes it takes me, a week to a couple weeks to fully quilt something, and I pre-mark all my lines before I get started, usually before I get started quilting, and it stays for the entire length of the quilting process, very visibly. But as you quilt it, it kind of starts to disappear, but then especially when you wash your quilt afterwards, gone, done. It's awesome. So let me show you exactly how I do. Okay, so I laid out my quilt, and I've already done a video. Well, I've already done the basting. I made the quilt sandwich and basted it, and I've got a video on that I'll try to link here. So now it's ready to quilt, and some people freehand, and some people want the lines in there, and I want the lines. So yeah, I lay out my quilt, and then I kind of just decide what is the design that I want on this. And I think I'm gonna keep this simple. I think I'm just gonna have straight horizontal lines across, but then when I get to the sun, I'm going to have semicircle lines within the sun, but in the yellow part, I think I'll just go right across, and then I'll keep going up with the horizontal lines. So let me show you what I do. So I've got this, what is it? It's a 6 by 24 inch acrylic ruler. I mean, anything with a straight line will work for you. And then really I'm just gonna come down here, and I decide how far apart I want my lines, and yeah, I just do that. So I think I'll start with 2 inches, and that way if I want it closer, I can always add one in the middle of those and make them 1 inch apart. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'll line this up. You can see I'll line this up at the 2 inch mark. See, 1, 2, and I keep this 2 inch line in line with the bottom of my quilt. And then I'm gonna take my Hera marker with this side right here, and I'm just gonna go along and get in there. And it So yeah, get in there. See that right there. Yeah, you can kind of see that better up there, and you can see where it stops. So, you know, it's even more visible in person. Okay. Hey. So I'm gonna just go ahead and mark the rest of my quilt and let you see what I'm doing all speedy like. I'll slow it down when I get to the sun to show you how I do a semicircle. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I mark circles. So in general, I've been doing 2 inches, so I think I'm going to stick with that same number. And honestly, I keep it really simple. Either I'll start in the middle, which I think I'll do this time, or I would start, you know, at a corner, but I think I'll start in the middle. And just go 2 inches down from that center and just kind of mark it. I mean, I'm an approximate person, so that's fine. And then I'll pick another point on the circle and mark that. And so on. Ish. And then here. At the end. Do that on the other side. Just 2 inches in, over the whole way, and 2 inches in. Sweet. So then I'm just gonna do, to the best of my ability, I'm gonna connect the dots here. Sweet. And I like to go away from me. I think I'm most accurate when I go away, so I'm gonna start over here. And boom. And then, I'm happy with that, I think. When I do around circles, sometimes I will do a little line of stitching around the inside and then the outside of the circle, just to I don't like to stitch in the ditch. It literally never looks good for me. And then I'm also often doing hand quilting with sashiko thread, so it's just too thick to do that with. But I think I'm just gonna decide last minute whether I'm gonna do that, and I'll be able to just follow the line. It's so close to this that I'll just be able to follow this line, and it'll be good enough. So I am going to continue that in here. And do this next line. is all Hera lined out. And now I can move it around, shift it up, and look, still there. Lines won't budge, smudge is what I meant to say. But I guess they won't budge either. And you can get to quilting. And my daughter woke up. So I gotta go take care of that. But if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. Cool. Good luck, guys.